All right, and the next thing that we have here is, well, MoistCritical. MoistCritical released a video saying that he's pretty mad. Now, let's take a look at what he has to say here, because I think it's quite interesting. All right, let's take a listen.
And that's to cut our team. We have to release one of the best teams in the entire Apex circuit because that's the only way they're going to be allowed in the country. They can come here as long as they're not being represented by us. As long as they are not represented by any org right now, they can come here and compete. So that's our only option because we obviously want the best for these guys. We want them to shine at the major. So in order to do that, we have to let them go. It's like that fucking scene in Pokemon when Ash sets down the Pikachu and runs away crying. That's us. That is literally what we have to do with our team right now. We have to cut them so that way they can compete at the major. Because we're out of time. We can't resubmit again because this process is abominably fucking slow. Weeks just to get 2 sentences back from the U.S. immigration dinosaurs, the fucking fossils that are just bones and dust in those chairs at the agency there. Like, we can't do this again because we don't have time. The major's right around the corner. So, we are officially releasing the Moist Apex squad. Unfortunately, we got the bad ending to this fucking play.
So, yeah, so basically, so if you don't know what's going on here, this is MoistCritical, a very big YouTuber, live stream, stuff like that. And he owns a esports organization called Moist Esports. And he has a Apex Legends roster, an Apex Legends team that got invited to one of the majors or whatever, something like that. Okay, one of the majors or whatever. However, they are not from NA, right? They're EU or whatever, okay? And basically what happens here is that in order to get their team into the country so that they can compete in the major, they can't be representing anyone. Meaning that MoistCritical has to drop the team. They have to void out their contracts, and then the players can come to the US and compete. But they cannot compete under the name of an organization. Like, I don't know. It seems pretty crazy, and he's very mad about it. And he's a lot of people again are saying that this is probably one of the angriest they've ever seen him, because, and I do think it's kind of crazy. I do think it's kind of ridiculous. The fact that you have a team that qualified for a major in the US, okay? But in order to get that team to the US, you have to drop the team so that they can come to the US. Otherwise, they're not allowed, because they can't come here to represent an organization and compete for that organization. What kind of a rule is that? What is that preventing? Right? What is the idea behind what this will affect and how this will deal with stuff? What is this, right? I don't know. I think it's pretty crazy. But it's definitely something though, I guess. But I do find it ridiculous. I do find it insane. And yes, of course, when trying to deal with the government behind something like this, yeah, it's going to take 10 years, man. It's going to take forever. Just the way it is.